Another week, boys, and another TWAB. This week at Bungie, we have quite a few things to talk about. So keep right where you are, and let's transmat into it, yeah? First up, as we do here, here's a TLDR from last week's TWAB. Highlights from the mid-season patch, key updates from our recent accessibility option article, the first community exotic weapon ornament is coming to Destiny, the next community ornament votes, last week of Iron Banner in Season 20, and weekly Destiny movie of the week and art of the week picks. And let's get you set up with this week's topics. Guardian Games and Guardian Games Cups are returning May the 2nd, which is next week, by the way, guys. Trials community map votes, preview of the upcoming Strand updates. Oh, all right. Cosplay reference information, exotic ornament winner announcement, and of course, movie of the week and art of the week. Now, starting with Guardian Games returning on May the 2nd. Yesterday, we covered all the details about Guardian Games and the Guardian Games Cup returning next week. This year, we're delivering new additions to the event and bringing back some classics, including the Supremacy PvP mode, first introduced in 2016. Go collect those Crest Guardians. This year's Guardian Games will feature the new class-based matchmaking system, where full teams of a single class type will face off. The Laurel's currency are out, medallions are in, and the Tide of Void SMG is back. Oh, and we're introducing Taraxipus, the very first Strand. Actually, go check out the blog post for all the details. Yeah, guys, we made a video on this already. We even covered the random rolls for that scout rifle, but it looks pretty juicy. Now, the Guardian Games Cup is also returning, and is open to all players this time around. Register your team and compete to dunk the most medallions, raise money for some great causes, and win truly special rewards. Prizes for the top teams across 2 categories include custom team artworks, Guardian Game pendants, the Apricot Dawn emblem, and more. Visit the Guardian Games Cup page for more information on how to get started. It all begins Tuesday, May the 2nd, and make sure you say hi to Grandma Levante and raise some money with the Bungie Foundation and have fun out there. Dude, no lie, I cannot wait for class-based matchmaking. Like, I almost hope Bungie leaves it in the game. Now, Trials community votes. All right, Guardians, it's time to get your Trials map voting on again. This time, we have Rusted Lands, Convergence, and Disjunction up for grabs. For the love of God, fellas, please do not vote for Disjunction, and honestly, don't vote for Convergence. Just choose Rusted Lands. Hear me. For my new players that are thinking, oh wait, Convergence and Disjunction sounds nice. No, it's not. Vote Rusted Lands. Now, May the 2nd, players that signed up for the Bungie emails will be able to vote for which map they want to see. All right, there you go, guys. Again, Rusted Lands is the best choice here. Now, upcoming Strand updates. Oh boy. Sandbox team here to make patch note clarification and provide a quick preview of an ability balance article we'll be posting next week. We wanted to provide more clarity on the change to Ashes assets and hands-on armor mods in the patch notes that we released after update 7.0.5.0 went live earlier this week, or I guess it means last week. Now, our patch notes made it sound like when both Ashes to assets and hands-on are equipped, only one of the mods will work. In reality, these mods can still be used at the same time, and the change here is that defeating an enemy specifically with a grapple melee will no longer double dip and count as both a grenade and melee kill. This change was made to make the grapple melee consistent with how other abilities in the game interact with these mods. Most notably, guys, no double dipping, no providing 2 orbs, etc. Now, on the subject of Strand abilities, we're generally happy with how Strand is performing, and we're continuing to monitor data and player sentiment as we move forward. We'll be balancing Strand over time, but in the short term, we're making some Strand changes in Season 21 as part of a larger ability pass. Today, we would like to give you a preview. So starting with the grapple, reducing the base cooldown from 105 seconds to 82 seconds. Oh wow, that's quite a drop. Reduce the minimum time between grapple activation from 2.5 seconds to 0.2 seconds. Holy hell. Now, Strand Hunter, Threaded Spine, increase damage versus PvE combatants by 55%. Also increase projectile travel range before beginning to return to the player by 30%. Slightly reduce the speed of the dart as it returns to the player to make catching it easier, and increase energy gain for catching the dart based on the number of enemies hit. It will now pierce Cabal Phalanx shields. That last part is very important. All right, nothing like huge here, right? But this is just a preview. Keep in mind though, the grapple reductions across the board are going to be felt on all classes. My question is, with Thread of Ascent, which states that activating your grenade ability reloads your equipped weapons, when we were testing damage with Two-Tailed Fox, we were running into problems. Most notably, there seemed to be a time frame there that was locking us from auto shooting as fast as we could. I'm curious to know if this grapple cooldown change is going to have any effect whatsoever on this. Now, moving on to Artist Reference Collection. After we released the previous Artist Reference Collection, we saw a lot of amazing fan art and cosplays. We hope the flow won't stop. Therefore, today we are publishing a new batch of reference kits for various Destiny characters. This time, we're including masculine and feminine versions of Thunderhead armor sets for Hunter, Warlock, and Titan, as well as Osiris, same 14, Nimbus, Rohan, Callus, Nezrak, and a lovely Puka, Neomuna's favorite pet. We know that you want more, and we'll keep adding characters in the future, so keep the page bookmarked. All right, looky there. Yeah, there's a link to this as well, guys, for different models that you want to use. Sexy. Now, Exotic Ornament winner. And the winner of the community vote for the community artist Exotic Ornament vote is, drumroll, Witherhoard. Yes, and goodness was the vote not as close as we had hoped it would be for the sweet, sweet Thunderlord. Press F for Izanagi's burden. But honestly, we couldn't go wrong with any of them. Thanks for voting Guardians. Look at that, Witherhoard at 45%, Thunderlord at 36%, Izanagi's burden at 19%. With that being said, I will say Thunderlord is putting out some pretty hefty amount of damage these days. DPS is looking spicy. We've got a damage test video going out later this week comparing all of our machine guns, and having a spicy ornament for Thunderlord would have been nice, but deep down inside I wanted that Witherhoard ornament. Now, adopt a pet. Have you ever thought to yourself, oh self, I want to have all the best friends in Destiny, but your collection is missing a sweet little wiggle worm, a goodest of good boys, the bestest of toe beans, and the one who crossed the road? Well, you're in luck. Looky there. Some emotes, fellas. There's something about a worm licking my face. I don't know. Now, Bungie continues. We know we tend to share the items we have for sale on socials, but today we just had to share the best friends bundle. So head on over to Eververse and get your bestest friends. And bonus, if you already happen to have one of these cuddle babies in your collection, you don't have to pay for it again. You'll just snag a discount on your bundle. Now go get your new best friend and give them an extra treat from us. Pro tip, we heard the Wiggle Worm loves pop rocks. Dude, no lie, the Parasite quest really is one of the best quests in the game. Like, just the voice lines from that worm was hilarious. Now, known issues. A lot of them here, guys. First up, players are unable to claim Twitch extension bounty rewards from the Cryptar. Yeah, it's busted. It's been busted. Hell, even the extension sometimes breaks. I don't know what's going on. The Vexcalibur Catalyst Triumph is not completing. In the Lake of Shadows Nightfall, wiping in the final boss room will cause some enemies and champions in a previous room to respawn, blocking platinum rewards, aka don't throw, fellas. At the same time, if you're doing Grandmasters and you wipe, then it's a GG anyways. Masterworking, then enhancing a weapon will make it appear that a player will get plus 20 to the base stat, when in reality, players can only get plus 10 to the base stat. Some players report that Radiant no longer stuns barrier champions. Using 3 copies of the same resist armor mods provides no difference than using 2 copies of the same mod. Wow, okay. And fire sprites may no longer be generated from grenade kills. All right, outside of that, guys, I do want to give some clarifications on things based on what we covered in the Guardian game post yesterday. First up, from the Destiny 2 team, they stated that we're excited for Guardian games to kick off next week, but have one small correction. The original text hinted that depositing medallions would level up crafted weapons. This is incorrect, but there will be a weapon level progression buff active during this event. Dude, we got so excited about this, right? I literally thought Bungie was gonna give us weapon levels from just turning in medallions. And that's honestly how the text sounded, but no, that's not the case. With that being said, I'm interested in seeing that weapon level progression buff. And we're actually gonna put out a weapon leveling guide. Yes, there will be cheese. And if you feel too honorable to take part in using thy cheese, by all means, don't use it. But I, for one, don't want to spend 4 or 5 hours leveling up a weapon. Now, another update I wanted to add here. This is an article posted by Destiny Bulletin and written by the Game Post. Bungie wins $12 million reward against Destiny 2 cheat seller Veteran Cheats. Now, this is the ongoing war right now between cheat sellers and Bungie, and really against all of the developers. But Bungie, the developer behind the popular video game Destiny 2 and Halo, has won a $12 million lawsuit against a Romanian cheat seller, Mahad Claudi, am I saying that right? Florentin, who sold one of the most popular cheats for Destiny, known as Veteran Cheats. Now, the lawsuit was originally filed in 2021, with Bungie requesting $12 million in damages against the cheat seller in February 2023, as per the motion for default judgment. According to the court documents, Claudia Florentin developed and sold cheat software for Destiny 2 that enabled players to cheat in various ways, including aiming more accurately, lol, and seeing through walls. My favorite! Bungie argued that Veteran Cheats had caused significant harm to the game, as it undermined the experience of fair play and made it difficult for legitimate players to enjoy the game. Now, the lawsuit filed against Claudia alleges a copyright infringement, violations of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, and breach of contract, intentional interference with contractual relations, and violations of the Washington Consumer Protection Act. Now, Bungie sought entry of default judgment on all claims and asked for essentially $12 million in damages, which represent the sum of $11,696,000 in statutory damages, which is $2,000 for each of the 5,848 downloads under the DMCA, and $146,662 in actual damages for copyright infringement, and $217,250 in attorney fees and costs. Now, the court finds that default judgment is appropriately entered into Bungie's favor as to all but the CPA claim. The court finds that damages shall be entered in the amount of $1, $11,696,000 for violations of the DMCA, $2 for $146,602 for violations of the Copyright Act, and $3, $217,250 in attorney fees and in costs. The total award shall be entered in that amount of $12,059,912. Now, Bungie subpoenaed Stripe and found out there were at least 5,848 separate transactions for either a Destiny 2 cheat or a premium cheat product containing Destiny 2 as an option. Wow, they subpoenaed Stripe. Holy hell. All right then. Now, additionally, the court has also entered a permanent injunction against Claudia Florentine, barring them from engaging in future or further conduct that forms the basis of Bungie's Copyright Act and DMCA claims in this action. Despite getting a lawsuit, Veteran Cheat's website is still online and is selling cheats for other major titles, including Valorant, Call of Duty, GTA, and PUBG, as well as many more. The cheat seller removed Destiny 2 cheats from its website following the lawsuit. It also been revealed that Destiny 2's anti-cheat circumvention efforts have cost Bungie a minimum of $2 million on game security staffing and software against Veteran Cheats and other cheating software. Now, this ruling is a significant victory for game developers who have long been fighting against online cheat sellers. Apart from this, Bungie has also filed several other lawsuits against other major Destiny 2 cheat sellers. Make sure to follow our Destiny Outlet, Destiny Bulletin on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all things Destiny 2 and Bungie. Wow. Dude, honestly, I feel like all game developers should come together, all right? Like, this is their Avenger moment. What blows my mind is despite paying out $12 million, or at least we'll have to pay out $12 million here soon, the website is still going. Dude, that tells you how much money is in cheat creation, right? It's nuts, man. Well, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think. We'll be gearing up for Guardian Games next week. I'm gonna have a squad of Titans ready to go. Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.